Today we're going on a wild adventure, folks, into the world of lucid dreaming.
Cool, buckle up.
We're talking about a company called lucidcode, and they're leading the charge in, get this, hacking human consciousness.
Now, that's a tagline that'll make you stop and think, right?
Yeah.
It's not your typical sleep aid ad.
Definitely not. This sounds way more like tapping into those hidden powers of our minds. And, we had to dive deep into this.
Oh, we're all over this.
Yeah.
And their website's a goldmine.
Seriously, apps, devices, open source software. I mean, are these guys for real, or is this like some sci-fi movie?
Let's just say they're not messing around. Their website, total fusion of cutting-edge tech and, like, the inner workings of our brains, especially when we're asleep.
Okay, so first things first. Who is lucidcode?
They're all about helping people reach their full potential. But their thing is, they believe the key is our subconscious.
Okay, I like where this is going. But what does it even mean to hack your subconscious? Is that where lucid dreaming comes in?
Bingo. They're all about lucid dreaming. Being aware you're dreaming while you're in it.
But what's the point? What can you actually do with lucid dreaming?
Okay, so imagine shaping your dreams, facing your fears, even solving problems. And you're doing all this while you sleep.
Wait, hold on. I can find the solution to that problem that's been bugging me while I'm catching Z's.
Some researchers think so, yeah. They say lucid dreaming can boost your creativity too, helps people overcome nightmares, even enhances problem-solving skills.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. But how does lucidcode actually make this happen? How do they turn us into dream masters? They've got all those tools, right?
Right. They've got this app, Lucid Scribe. It's like the Swiss Army knife of dream tools. Guided meditations, reality checks to help you realize you're dreaming. There's even this deep playlist thing.
Wait, what list?
Deep playlist. It's audio designed to, trigger lucidity during specific sleep phases.
Hold up. Customized audio for sleep phases. That's next level. How do they even know what sleep phase you're in?
That's where the HaloVision Inspect comes in. It's this tiny device, like having your own personal sleep lab, uses infrared to track your eye movements, and that tells them when you've hit REM sleep, dreamland.
So it's like having a sleep scientist monitoring you all night.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then if you really want to go deep into dream exploration, they have Light and Dream.
What's that?
It's a free, open-source dream journal.
Yeah.
But it's made just for lucid dreamers.
Okay, so why is that such a big deal?
The more you remember your dreams, the more you analyze them, you start to see those patterns, right?
Yeah.
And that can actually trigger more lucid dreaming. It's like a feedback loop for your subconscious. Yeah. And you mentioned open source before, and it's kind of a big deal here.
How so?
Think about it. Most companies, they keep all their research, their development, top secret, right? But lucidcode, they're putting it all out there for everyone.
Really?
Yeah, they want people to use it, contribute to it, the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
And they have these things called Lucid Scribe plugins. Lets you use all sorts of biofeedback devices with their software.
So they're not just trying to sell you on their stuff. They want to build like a whole community around understanding dream.
Exactly. And they've got everyone from hardcore scientists to people who just think dreams are cool.
Yeah.
All connected by this desire to figure out the mysteries of the mind.
Sign me up. Speaking of mysteries, what about this Lucid Scribe database, the LSD base?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like they're building a treasure trove of information about what our brains are up to while we sleep.
Think about it. All that data from people using their software, their biofeedback devices, brain waves, eye movements, all that stuff that makes our sleep unique, it's all going in there.
So it's not just about remembering a dream. It's like the science behind it. Now we're talking. What kind of secrets can they unlock from all that data?
That's the million-dollar question, right? I mean, imagine being able to see the neural fingerprints of a lucid dream, how emotions translate into dream images. This stuff could completely revolutionize how we understand psychology and sleep medicine.
Okay, that is mind-blowing. But before we go too far down that rabbit hole, let's talk about how this biofeedback thing actually works, because it seems like it's a key part of this whole lucid dreaming thing.
Oh, it's essential. It's like holding up a mirror to your inner self.
How so?
It shows you your heart rate, brain waves, even how tense your muscles are, all in real time. And the cool thing is, once you can see it, you can start to learn to control it.
Wait, are you serious? You're saying I could, learn to control my brain waves?
Yep.
Just by looking at a screen? How is that even...
It does sound kind of crazy, right? But it's like, think about meditation. At first, your mind's racing a mile a minute, right? But then with practice, you can actually get those thoughts under control. Biofeedback, it's similar. Gives you that visual feedback so you can start to, consciously influence those subconscious things.
Mind-blowing. But how does this tie back into lucid dreaming? I can't just, like, will myself into knowing I'm dreaming, can I?
You'd be surprised. When we hit REM sleep, our bodies go through these like very specific changes. And with biofeedback, you learn to recognize those little signs in the moment.
So I'm like learning the secret handshake of my own subconscious.
Exactly. And that's where Lucid Scribe comes in. Their software, it works with all kinds of biofeedback devices.
Okay, like what?
EEG headsets, those track your brain waves. Wearables, those track your heart rate, muscle tension, all that.
Wow, seriously.
Yeah. Even plugins for devices that track, get this, skin conductance.
Skin conductance. Okay, now you're just using big words. What's that?
How much you're sweating.
Sweating. Okay, I mean, dreams can get intense, but how's that connected?
Think about those crazy, vivid dreams, the ones that get your heart racing. A lot of times, those come with a spike in skin conductance.
Yeah.
So Lucid Scribe, it picks up on those changes and gives you feedback, like right then. Visual cues, sometimes even audio through headphones.
Hold on, so I could be, like, sound asleep, having this wild dream, and suddenly I'm hearing a voice saying, hey, you're dreaming.
It's like having a personal dream guide right there with you.
That's wild.
And the best part is, those Lucid Scribe plugins, they make the software compatible with tons of different devices. More people can get in on this, even if they don't have the latest, greatest tech.
I love that they're making this accessible, but even with all the cool tech, remembering your dreams is still half the battle, right?
Oh, absolutely. And that's where Light and Dream comes in. It's that dream journal we talked about, designed for lucid dreamers. It helps you really analyze those dreams.
See, this is where I struggle. I wake up, remember bits and pieces, and by the time I find a pen and paper, poof, gone.
I hear you. But Light and Dream makes it easy. Jot down notes on your phone, tag key themes, even sketch out what you remember. You end up with this detailed dream log you can actually go back and look for patterns in.
So it's more than just remembering. You're like actively trying to understand your own subconscious.
Exactly. Like learning a new language. First, it's all gibberish. But the more you immerse yourself, the more those patterns start making sense. And eventually you can speak the language of your dreams, influence what happens.
This is blowing my mind. It's like we're on the verge of this whole new era of self-discovery, and it's all thanks to dreams.
Right, and it goes way beyond just personal stuff. Think about therapists using this to help people work through trauma, overcome phobias, and they could do it safely, in a controlled way.
Wow, that's incredible. But let's take a step back for a second. We've talked a lot about how to lucid dream, but not so much about why. Why is this even important? What's the bigger picture here?
The million-dollar question, right? Dreams have fascinated humans for centuries. We see them as prophetic messages, windows into our deepest fears and desires.
Totally. I mean, every culture I can think of has traditions and interpretations around dreams. It's like this universal human experience.
Exactly. And what lucidcode is doing is taking that ancient fascination and giving us 21st century tools to explore it.
Bringing dreams into the future.
Right. It's like they're saying, what if we could not just observe our dreams, but actually participate in them? What could we learn about ourselves, about consciousness, about reality itself?
Okay, now we're getting deep. But those are huge questions, and it sounds like lucidcode isn't afraid to ask them.
Not at all. Actually, they're encouraging that kind of thinking. That's a big part of why they're all about open source research.
Right, right.
By sharing their software, their data, with researchers all over the world, they're basically saying, let's figure this out together.
I love that. So it's not just about the tech itself. It's about what we can accomplish with it. It's about pushing the boundaries of what humans can achieve, both as individuals and as, a species.
Exactly. They could change the game.
That's amazing. It seems like lucidcode is really pushing the limits of what we thought dreams could do.
And the best part, they're not keeping any of this tech a secret. Remember, they're all about open source. They're sharing everything, their software, their data, with researchers and developers all over. Anyone can be part of this new frontier of dream exploration.
I love that. It's like they're saying, this isn't about us. It's about what we can achieve together.
Exactly. They get it. The biggest breakthroughs, they happen when different minds, different perspectives come together.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of lucidcode, what's the one big thing you want our listeners to walk away with today?
That we're on the edge of a revolution in understanding the human mind. Lucidcode, they're leading the way with their technology. But the real journey, the real discoveries, they happen within each of us. So whether you try lucid dreaming or not, I hope this has made you a little more curious about what your own mind is capable of.
Beautifully said. And who knows, maybe tonight when you drift off to sleep, you'll find yourself paying a bit more attention to that amazing world unfolding behind your eyelids. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.